What's going on, class? Donnie Chocolate here, the barbershop professor, coming at you with another lesson. Today, we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence. And I promise you, I was just trying to record this, and I feel like Feds is watching, or at least AI is watching, right? Because something happened to where my little, what's the Roku, the little Roku thing, my the little not Roku, y'all know it's the little vacuum, just started going off, and I'm like, that's interesting because that thing ain't been on for a little bit, but that's here nor there. What I'm not hearing about this conversation when it comes to AI and jobs, there's a lot of fear about people being out of work. The perspective that I don't hear is that we don't have to work. Now, hold on. Let me explain. All right. So, first, let's talk about AI, right? AI is artificial intelligence is stoking all types of fears, right? Chat GPT 4 and all different type of conversations. I think there was an incident where it kind of suggested someone should take their life, right? Some really crazy stuff. We've all grown up with all the movies, right? The Matrix, the machines take over, Terminator, right? All these different things right there, right? So there are some fears, right? There was even a report in NASA that their computer systems that have some artificial intelligence and different things like that, they were blocked or programmed to not speak to each other during certain times. Well, what they did was these two computers now, artificial intelligence, they actually created their own language and they were speaking to each other in code. That's crazy. All right. So we're dealing with some real stuff here. All right. That's really important to think about. You got to talk about that. The biggest thing that people are talking about right now is artificial intelligence and jobs, right? I don't know if you've heard, but there is a writer's strike in Hollywood. Whatever your favorite show is, Game of Thrones, Succession, or rap shit, or I can't, on and on and on and on and on, right? These shows are written by people, by writers for the most part. These writers are on strike because they are looking to get paid a fair share, right? These people are writing shows and they're getting millions and billions of streams, and they're not really seeing any benefit or any reward for their labor and coming up with such magnificent television. I feel like we're in a television golden age, right? Well, when it comes to the bosses, all they worried about is dollar bills, y'all. The bottom line. That's all they're worried about. So with the introduction of AI and being able to speak to AI and just say, hey, AI, write me a script about blankety blankety blank. You're actually taking out these people who are creators. Okay? These people who actually have somehow, because of the connection of spirit and creativity, come up with these things that actually entertain us, that move us, that stick with us, that inspire us, that challenge us, right? All these different types of things. They're trying to get rid of those people. All right? So that's one conversation to be had, especially when it comes to like the creativity. What are we actually appreciating about the entertainment that we get, the shows that we watch, the movies that we watch, the music that we consume, because even music is the same thing, right? So AI is really great at mimicking, but when it comes to like really creating something, I don't know. I don't. I'm just not a believer that it could be there. Okay, back to jobs. All right. Earlier, I said that you don't have to work, right? There has been AI, in a sense, has already taken place in the labor field or in the labor market with mechanization, right? Factories are buying machinery and they are replacing people. They don't need, that person to move one piece of the car to the other side anymore because they just have a machine that does that, right? So we've been losing jobs more and more to mechanization, right? Mechanization is the term. My dog's trying to get in the video. Oh well. So because of this mechanization, we've come to this problem where people are trying to do more and find jobs. Back in the day, let's say 80s, 70s, 60s, you would be able to go to the Ford factory and be able to work and have 2 weeks vacation, be able to own a home. Mom stayed home, and you had an RV to take the whole family cross country if you wanted to. Those jobs don't necessarily exist anymore. There's so much more that comes to actually just sustaining and finding a job with a livable wage that actually provides a life of some type of dignity and respect, right? People are working 2 or 3 jobs. Back in the day, I know all the jobs at McDonald's and the Fred Meyers and different things like that. They were for like the younger people. Well, now these are jobs that adults need to sustain, right? We talk about why there aren't any more like jobs for kids during the summers and different things like that. Well, people are needing those jobs and depending on those jobs for their livelihood. So that's what's happening, right? My thought or my idea is that our paradigm of what we are here to do and why we're living is so shifted towards work and production that we don't even take the opportunity to say, hey, okay, well, if humans can do less work, then we can live more. See, work is not about necessarily how much you do, right? How much you make is not necessarily dependent on the hours you spend in a day somewhere. It doesn't have to be that way, right? Production is production. We grow a plot of wheat. There's going to be a certain amount of wheat and there's a certain amount of work done. Well, we can share that work and we all eat still, right? Same thing goes here. This is about inequity. There's nothing wrong with machines taking over for the mundane chores of whatever production facility or factory. There's nothing wrong with AI being, please, I wish AI can just take care of my emails for me. I would love and appreciate that. Just to tell it to write, just, oh my gosh, I get hundreds of emails a day for no reason. Yeah, a lot of them for no reason. Either way, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with making life easier for people. Our problem is the powers that be and the ruling class is still stuck in the paradigm of creating suffering. Honestly, right? When it comes to the interest increases and everything like that the Federal Reserve is doing, they're creating suffering. They know that jobs are going to be lost. They know this stuff is going to be hard. They know that people are going to struggle getting eggs and different things like that. They just don't care. They're all about the bottom line. So, as we move into this age of technology and, new possibilities are arising, well, let's continue those new possibilities when it comes to how we live, right? Why we earn money, what we're here to do, how we share the workload. Because it's really simple. If we're getting the same work done, right? We use AI. AI can now do half of our work for us. Why do we need to get paid less? Right? Do corporations need that much more money? I don't think so. Do we need to be preoccupied for most of our lives with work? Whether that be preparing for work, whether that be recovering from work, whether that be traveling to and from work, whether that is being at work, thinking about work, being consumed by work, right? If you're working 40 hours a week, you're living a life that's all surrounded by a job. That's me, right? And sometimes I'm driving like 2 hours to travel to work and back, right? There's a paradigm shift that needs to happen, right? We don't have to work. We can create lives for people, comfortable lives of with more leisure, more opportunity to spend with children and families, more opportunities to take care of yourself, more opportunities to create, more opportunities to manifest whatever life that you see fit. But there's no control in that. There's no preoccupying you and keeping you busy from actually doing the biddings of some other people, some other entity, right? Whether that be a mega corporation or a government, school system, whatever it is. We all spend the majority of our time and subsequently the majority of our lives dedicating ourselves to somebody else's ambition. All right, y'all. We don't have to work. It doesn't have to be like that. We can just work that 20 hours, let AI do the other 20, get paid the same. We're still valuable, right? What are we valuing? Are we valuing production or are we valuing people? I think we already know the answer, unfortunately, to that. All right, y'all. This has been another class session. Thank you for sticking with me. Like the video, add a comment. What do you think about AI and work? What if you want me to, I'm gonna keep coming with some videos. I'm gonna keep picking your brains. I'm gonna keep coming with these ideas and stuff like that I'm not hearing anywhere else. So if you are one of these people who made it to the end, go and hit that go and hit that little subscribe button over somewhere right there. Yep, hit that like button, comment, and if you think it really moved you, share it with somebody. All right, y'all. Donnie Chocolate, Barbershop Professor. Peace.